Welcome to Jamie TV and thank you for tuning in. If you watch my videos regularly, you will have noticed that I've made quite a few demos for Synido products, so I just want to say right up front, Synido do not pay me to make these videos, they send me stuff and I'm free to say whatever I think honestly about the product, which really is how a YouTube video ought to be made. It's just that I happen to think that Synido make great controllers, and this is another one. This is the TempoPAD C16. There's no question in my mind that this is brilliant. The only question is, would it suit you and the kind of music that you make? So allow me to show you what it does and how it works. As always from Synido, the C16 comes very well boxed, and once again under the box lid there are 3 diagrams, clearly showing how to connect to a computer, a synth or a mobile device. All the Synido controllers I have came with a very nice carry bag, each successive one being a substantial upgrade on the last, but here we see a serious level up. This is more a case than a bag. It's hard to explain, it's kind of a bag made with reinforced material that will offer a lot of protection for using the C16 on the go without being too heavy. Also included is a USB-A to USB-C cable for connecting to computer or mobile device, or to plug the unit into the power to charge up its internal battery. There's also an adapter to convert that cable into USB-C to USB-C for more up-to-date devices. The TempoPAD C16 also has MIDI in, out and through, and so comes with these 3 adapters so that we can connect 5-pin MIDI cables to each one. And there are the instructions I haven't read yet, and the Synido certificate of authenticity. I don't have Bluetooth on my desktop, so I'm just connected to my PC with a USB-C to A cable, and the unit powers up with this button to the side. To the left, the C16 has 8 endless encoder Turny knobs, 4 faders, and 4 banks of mute, solo and record buttons. Note that I have the control bank button selected. You can see that because it's lit up, and we are currently on bank A. When I press bank B, now we have a second set of Turny knobs, faders and magic buttons, and there are another 2 banks to go at, so in total we have access to 32 Turny knobs, 16 faders, 16 mutes, 16 solos and 16 record buttons. If I now press pad bank, I've got 16 pads. Bank B, another 16, and another 16, and another 16, so 64 pads in total. Notice the mode button is currently green. This is actually custom mode. Now if I press and hold the mode button, the pads will light up. This is called dark mode, and these are the default colours for bank D, C, bank B and bank A. Now if I press but don't hold the mode button, just sort of a pissy pants press, now we're in keyboard mode. This is C, your C major scale is all yellow, and the sharps and flats all purple. And I can move the keyboard up and down the octaves with these 2 buttons up here. We have transport controls here, play, stop and record. This button here is for your Bluetooth. And this button, if you watch the screen, will toggle through the different velocity curves the C16 is loaded with for the pads. So you can toggle and find one that suits the way you play or the thing that you're playing. And this row of buttons up here are for the C16's sequencer, if say you wanted to run an epic jam or a live set from the controller. This screen is absolutely awesome. It gives you a really clear readout of everything that's going on. Whatever you hit, twist, slide or press, it gives you visual feedback of useful parameters. Everything I've shown you so far, I've seen in some shape or form on other controllers, to varying degrees of quality of course, but I expected to have to read the manual for the next bit. However, this was not the case. The whole thing proved to be intuitive and obvious. So, the big orange Turny knob. If I want to change the functionality of any of these controls, I can do it in the companion software Or I can press down on the orange knob, select any of the controls, and then I can use a combination of the orange knob and these 4 orange directional buttons to adjust things like CC number, MIDI channel, minimum and maximum values, note, toggle or momentary, and on the pads we can even change the colour from here. As you can see in Cubase 14 Pro, I've used the MIDI remote tab to mock up the whole controller and assign some of the controls. Not all of them, I've got some spare for now. I've got 15 tracks and 1 group track in the project I'm working on. So I've assigned the faders to my mixing desk, and above each fader is a pan control. And the magic buttons are mapped to corresponding channels. I haven't done anything with the actual pads because I just want them to play the notes that they're already mapped to. And of course, I've mapped the transport controls. So as you can see there, I was using the C16 for a very low quality kind of a jam with my iPad. My apologies for that, it's not really my kind of thing. I just wanted to show you that you can in fact do it. When you want to connect the C16 to your iOS device, don't do it through your device's Bluetooth settings. I tried to do that at first and then I realized I got it all wrong, but you know, I can be a bit thick sometimes. What you need to do is go into whatever music app you're wanting to control with this device and connect it through there. You'll need to press the Bluetooth button on the C16. It will glow red. When you press the button to connect it within the app you want to control, and to show that it's connected, it will then glow blue. Now, I have utterly failed as a YouTuber because I can't find anything wrong with this. I can't find anything I don't like about it. It's built like a tank. Everything about it feels really robust. The controls, the pads are the best that I have ever used on anything ever. If you're trying to get some sensitivity out of it and get some real control over the drums, for instance, absolutely superb. And I love the fact that I have not had to use the companion software once. The fact that you can change every single parameter without using that software is great. It makes it superb for iOS users as well as desktop users. Now, I haven't shown you everything that it can do because that would just make it an uber long video and then no one would watch it because, you know, attention span. But if you have any questions on this, then please do comment below. I always reply. Thank you very, very much for watching. Until my next video, take good care of yourselves, be kind and be good, make lots of music and play lots of video games, and do try not to pissy pants about. I'll see you later.